Hello. Well, it's January 2025, mid-January, and I'm in the middle of a wood, roughly in the middle of the Czech Republic, which is roughly in the middle of Europe. I've been watching YouTube channels for some time, and I thought, well, I should try that. I'm in my 70s now, and I'm in land, property renovation, some film work, and I thought some of that might be worth documenting as we go. My name's Ian, by the way, which means Jan in Czech, which also means Honza, which seems to be longer than Jan, but there it is. So I hope you enjoy what's coming. I'll do my best. I'm not, I don't profess to be rather, an expert in any of the things I do, but I use YouTube a lot. So one thing I didn't want to do in my 70s was sit around and not be active. So this is part of the reason I'm doing the blog. I think I've had enough walking in this wood. Time to get back to the car. What I need is a nice takeaway from the restaurant, and then we'll get on with editing some of this. Some shots here of a building being constructed last summer. A small 5x5 metre chatter. Came from Poland and is being put together by Polish workers. This is one of the buildings that my friend just had recently built. It's a really nice chatter. It's made out of wood, steel roof, fully insulated. It's actually a really nice place. But I'm actually going now to sort out some shelving for my little place. It's funny I call this a workshop. It's not a workshop, it's actually the house we're doing up. We've been doing it up for some time. In fact, I've got so many projects going on, I don't know where to start sometimes. So here we are in the workshop. Quite a spacious place. It's going to be a house in the end, and we're doing it up. But at the moment it really doubles as kind of a workshop. And it's got quite a lot of good stuff in here I can use. I've got a table saw over here, I've got a mitre saw down there, whole range of tools. There's my incredibly messy workbench, not very tidy. And then in the background you can probably see some insulation which we're going to put on the walls. It really needs insulation. The temperatures now in the Czech Republic are going to the -1s. That'll carry on like that for some time, and it'll probably could reach up to -6. Last year was -12, so it's pretty cold. So insulation is really important in these buildings. The little one I'm in is really good. It's actually got a lot of insulation in it. It's a small tiny house, and you can't want for anything better than a tiny house in the winter. It really is easy to heat. Gas is not that expensive. I buy bottles which are 500 crowns each, and they last me for a good 10 days each one. So at the end of the year I don't really have very heavy bills. Down at the other house, the Hostenek it's called, which is the pub, we've got well water there, so there's no water to pay for, and again it's heated by wood burners, which all over Czech Republic are quite common and very efficient. Okay, we're in the van heading down to the Hostenek, which is just south of Prague. Got a little bit of work to do there today. Bloody cold, snowy, and you can see out in the fields there. So anyway, I thought I'd have a little rant today. I was looking at all this stuff in the newspapers about Nigel Farage and Elon Musk and all this stuff. I really don't understand it. I just don't understand what on earth is going on. First of all, this guy takes us out of the EU, say life's going to be wonderful, clothes are going to be cheaper, food's going to be cheaper, we're all going to be happy, but nothing has happened like that at all. And yet people still believe in this guy Nigel Farage. All he's done is create a problem. He talks constantly about sovereignty. He talks constantly about taking back control. But in America, with Donald Trump coming into the presidency, all sorts of weird ideas about invading Canada, taking over Greenland, invading Panama, He's dealing with a man who, in fact, doesn't really believe in sovereignty, not everybody else's sovereignty. And what's Farage's aim here? To become America's poodle again? To take instructions from Donald Trump, Elon Musk and this sort of person. That's not taking back control. It certainly isn't sovereignty by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a complete nonsense. It's just basically rich men, billionaires, who are getting together, just want to control everything for their own ends. That's all it's about. Anyway, that's my little rant for the day, and when we get down to the house we'll get on with some work. We're just driving past a little holiday centre around this area. There's lots of mountains and woodland walks, very, very pretty, and people stay in the summertime. Plus we're very close to one of the main rivers in the Czech Republic, and every year they do a lot of rafting and boarding on that. I'll see if I can get a shot of it. And this river is called the Sázava River. A lot of my friends each summer travel down that from a local town about 40 miles downriver, and have a great time. Well, as you can see, bloody cold out there today again, but I've got one or two jobs to do. One of those is to make up, or actually to finish this bathroom cabinet that I made out of scrap timbers that are lying around. Nothing was bought for this, it was just made out of whatever we've got. It's really for towels. I'm very cramped in there in the tiny house, but I do love living in a tiny house because in this sort of weather it's really, really warm. And that's very important. Tonight, for example, I know it's going to be -10, so that's a lot. Outside projects obviously come to a halt. We can't do anything. There's quite a few. There's a veranda for the little house. There's the finishing of this one. All the sides have got to go onto it, and then we move on to the barn where a second floor is going to be put in. So an awful lot of work, but nothing you can do in the winter. It's so bloody cold. Anyway, let's get the bathroom cabinet up. The problem with the tiny house, which is temporary, it has very little space. So I thought I'd try and create myself a towel rack, as the towels are lying around everywhere. I use lots of old timber. This timber is actually from packing cases, and I was able to create what is, I hope, going to be a pretty reasonable storage shelf. One good thing about YouTube is it gives you lots of ideas, and if you're not sure how to do something, there are loads of people on there that are either repairing furniture or building furniture, doing house repairs, and it's on there that I get most of my ideas. If I don't know how to do something, then I generally just go onto YouTube and find out if there's somebody else who's faced with the same problem. And usually you can find someone who is doing a similar project to you, and it's from there that I get a lot of my information. Oh, it's a bit slippery today. That's better. Everything out the way. In here's not too bad. I've got a gas heater that's really efficient and takes the chill off the place. That's the main thing, although you see by my breath it's still pretty cold in here. So after a little clearing up, it'll be time to start fitting the rock wool. I've been able to buy this quite cheaply at the local store. I've got a sale on, and I've got two main walls to cover, which isn't so much, and it'd be just a matter of fitting and pushing it into the spaces. Great, perfect fit. Rock wool is definitely the best product to insulate stud partitioning or wooden frame walls like these, and after it's been fitted, pushed into place, it'll be covered with another layer of OSB, about 12mm OSB, and from then on we'll start to think about what we're going to do for the inside, or the walls on the inside. Sorry, you probably couldn't see much of that. It's very hard to get the camera into position sometimes. It's strange, already with the rock wool in, the barn is feeling a lot warmer. Well, it's not a barn, it's a house, but it was a barn, but we're converting it. The rock wool makes a hell of a difference, and that's just one layer. On top of that is going to go this polystyrene sort of sandwich with a hard back to it, and on top of that we'll probably put either chipboard or plasterboard, depends what happens at the time. There's an upstairs this place, there's quite a lot more to do. There's the same amount upstairs as there is downstairs, so I'm letting it go with the flow. I'm not actually got any architecture going on here, drawings. I'm doing it as I want to do it, and I sometimes have to do it to adapt what is already here anyway. I'm governed by that, so sometimes it isn't a decision I'd like to make for myself. It's something I've got to do because of the shape of the building or where the services are. We've had to put all those in, a water and the septic tank out there, which actually also provides an outlet for the tiny house, and eventually for the barn out there as well when we start converting that. Okay, all right, that's finished for today. Quite happy with that. That's the rock wall put in. So I'm in my 70s, and I just advise everybody getting to that age, if you feel up for it and you feel healthy, then, you know, just do it. Do what you've got to do. Don't hold back and say, oh, I don't feel like I'm too old. You're never too old. And if you've got the energy and you've got the time, then do it. That's what I do here. I just enjoy what I do. I mean, we've actually got 5 different projects: houses, barns, land, which we'll show you as we go on. And I'll be a little bit controversial now and again. I'm going to talk about politics and things like that, and what affects life. I suppose you call an expat an immigrant. They like to say now, it's fine. But it doesn't stop me making comments about the world and about Britain. So if I get a little bit controversial, just go with it. We've all got feelings, and I'm on here letting mine out when I need to. Okay, I'll see you next time.